Good morning, everybody. I wonder who's going to be first. Um, Paul Hodges will probably be joining us in a little bit. He, as you know, he drives school bus until about 9 o'clock or so, and then it's a stop at Tim Hortons and whatever else he has to do. I don't know if he's doing signs again this morning, but my guess would be he's been very busy. So very well could be. So let's see, paste, enter, and pin. Okay, let's see who ends up coming in first. Who's gonna be first today? It's Friday. Yeah, a long weekend here in the US. Memorial Day weekend. Lenny is, of course, is up in about 130-140 miles north of here at the VA Medical Center, where she gets treated for various parts of from different situations she's run into over the years. So yeah, she's up there. It is kind of cloudy, a little bit rain here and there. You got a ship coming up here, upbound, and you got the federal ship is going to make the turn and go down. I can tell you the upbound ship is, look over here on the map, B map. Okay, the upbound ship is the Algoma Buffalo, and the downbound ship is the Federal Beaufort. The red downbound ship, of course, is an international, capable of carrying various cargoes, and it does with the booms is can be self-loading for packages and unloading, but it also, they can pull the hatches off and fill it with grain, fill it with any kind of a commodity. It's registered as a bulk carrier, but it's a self-loading and unloading bulk carrier, international grade. That's why the international ships usually tend to be a little bit narrower. The big Lakers are much wider. So being a big weekend, I imagine a lot of people are getting either finishing up work or getting ready to go or doing other things. And I get that, I understand. So we're going to be on here just as long as we dare to, without jamming up the airwaves, listening to me talk. I'm still awaiting to hear anything further from DJI about my Mini 3. AZ had indicated yesterday that his supposedly shipped and was going to be getting it today or the next couple of days. And my status on my Mini 3 changed to say that it was being prepared at the warehouse for shipment. So things down at the Martini Bar is a little slow. Let's take a look. Let me go down here, go here. The martini bar. Let's see. Here we are. The martini bar. Screen share. Not a lot going on. They've got the awning out here, but they've got somebody sitting at the tables here. I don't know whether that's because of bright sunshine or what it is, but or maybe it rained earlier. But they did, yeah, they do have the awning out down there too. I don't think it's out as far. It could be both awnings are out at this level. Supposed to be a little bit of rain, possibly on and off all day. Flying with Stan, good morning. You are first, my friend. Followed right behind by Bill, Newfound Drone Productions. I hope you guys have had a good evening and are now heading into Friday here on the east on the eastern, or actually all of the US and Canada, and it's Friday. I know that across the pond it's been Friday for a while. About 5 hours, I think, to the UK. Yeah, I got up last night and did another ship video. Well, actually this morning. It's like I got it posted at 3:30 a.m. this morning. The ship itself came through, and I want to see 12:30 a.m. By the time I got back here and edited, might have been close to 1 o'clock. Lenny. Lynn is up at the VA hospital. She's got to go to, I think she's got to drive the motorhome about 5 miles to a satellite center where she has to go for her treatment. And then what she'll do is, it's supposed to be a long day for her there. Then she'll drive back to the main location because they have guards and fences and all kinds of stuff, and that's, she'll spend the night there and then drive back tomorrow. I think it's her plan. Yeah, Lynn says nervous for today, but good, thanks. Lynn's got some testing that's got to be done with regards to some of her issues, medical issues that she is covered by the VA from her time in Vietnam to time around the world, and all of the things that happened to her when she was in government service. Yeah, Lynn mentioned last night, I talked to her on the phone, and the one security guard is a retired military female, and she came in and visited with Lynn in the motorhome, and told her that if you need anything, just give a holler. And I guess her pupper dogs all loved the lady, and so that went really well. She said she visited for about an hour, and so that was good. Lynn makes friends wherever she goes. But that's why I'm sorry if I yawn a little bit now and then. I don't realize I'm doing it. It's kind of slept on and off last night. Mia did not go with me. She kind of just looked at me on the couch. I said, "Do you want to go?" She looked at me on the couch. "Do you want to go? Do you want to go?" This is like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I said, "Okay, you stay, you stay." I came back and boy, she was dancing around, happy to see me come back after flying. And oh, thank you, Lenny. All right. I see my duckies just landed out there on the out on the boulevard, and they'll be headed back over here, I'm sure, towards the bird feeder. Oh, I see why. They're off over there a little bit. I got squirrelies are eating out of the bird feeder. The male is out there on the boulevard. Let me see if I can show you guys what the action is going on out there. Kind of like on guard. Pull up my cameras. Okay. Here's the male standing out here, standing guard. The female landed here and walked over here and is getting some nourishment. As is the squirrely. And here comes another squirrely. They're looking for some peanuts. I guess maybe I should pitch a few out there. Oh, I thought I was screen sharing. I was not. Screen share. Here we go. Okay, that's better. Here's the female right here is eating. There's a squirrel there, a couple of birds. The male, I don't know where he went. He was standing up over here. Unless he took off. But he was standing right up about there, surveying everything and making sure that the female's protected. I don't know where he went. Pan the camera a little bit. As you can see, it's a little bit windy out there. I don't know where he went. Up share. Good morning, AZ. Phantom Hodges. That's right. Vader's going to get a trim and a haircut. 2 bits. Not 2 bits anymore, but you know. Yeah, Lenny, I didn't hit the screen share. Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom. No, actually that discoloration out there, JD, is there's actually gravel underneath there. That was a kind of a gravel parking spot that I had put in, you know, because it's a 2-car garage, but it's a single drive up. And so I put off a little parking area off to the side. And everybody, JD put up a new video overnight, of him flying cars again. JD, you're welcome to put, yeah, JD, you're welcome to put up, you know, a link if you'd like. Yeah, that's Lynn's parking spot over there. What I should do is I should go over there and spray it with some weed killer and whatever and get it back till it's looking like gravel, but just, you know, one more thing to do. Well, the brown around the bird feeder is actually bird feed on the ground. It's not so much, there's a few peanuts out there for sure, but the big mound underneath the bird feeder is actually bird feed. This is all a big mound of bird feed. Every once in a while I have to go out with a weed whacker because the grass is growing in there. And I have to kind of weed whack that out of there. But the actual pile of bird feed goes like this, around like that. But as you can see, there's a few peanut shells there. There's a few peanut shells there. Hanging with JD posted his latest video link. Good for you, JD. A little bit hazy out there on the lake, as you can see. But I think the haze has caused the camera operators have not adjusted the color. It seems a little bit washed out. There's a setting you can do as an operator. It gives you a link down along the bottom here of different things you can do. So probably somebody new running the camera. Yeah, Lynn's been loving the little bit warmer weather. It's starting to get a little bit sunny right now. Not full sun, but brighter. And I've got the magnetic screen on the back door because it's 64 degrees. And Mia loves to go outside. That's her favorite thing to do. I have to watch her though, because I don't want her getting into anything that she shouldn't. I have a security fence all the way around, but you know, like kids, they get into things. They're not perfect as like I was when I was a kid. So Lynn, what time's your appointment? What time you got to go over there? Or are you already there? That's about the last of the ships for the next 5 or 6 hours. The Edwin H. Scott, which is a 1,000-footer, is downbound and will be into that position in probably 5 or 6 hours, later this afternoon. Nothing else upbound except way down south of Detroit. Oh, okay, about noon, huh, Lenny? Okay. Yeah, I got done about 3 o'clock, 3:30-ish this morning with that night video that I did. Hey, Paul Hodges.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing? You got Vader, huh? Vader's going to get a snip and a clip.
Yeah, go down and get the little bugger a haircut.
What's he think about it?
Are you gonna go see Jesse? Huh? You gonna go see Jesse, get a haircut? Bath? Yeah, he's looking all around.
Now, when he's in the truck on the seat, does he sit up like he does other times on the back 2 legs?
No, not usually. Not in the truck.
Okay.
I think sometimes in the cage at the back of the truck he does, but he's good for riding in the truck, right?
Yeah.
But-
Lenny's sitting on the couch in her motorhome having coffee. She's got an appointment at noon today. So.
Oh, she had to go to the VA or something.
Yep, she's up there now. She had company last night. One of the security officers came and visited with her for about an hour, and then
Oh, that was nice.
then she had another visit from another security officer this morning.
Oh, that's good. Oh, she's not quite sitting there by herself all the time, right? Give you somebody to talk to.
Yeah. AZ said that it's been 3 days and it's still not showing any movement on his Mini 3 shipment.
Well, I see you did that Ocean Explorer last night, eh?
Yes, I did.
You had a little trouble coming up the side of the ship?
Yes, I did. I had to snip out a whole bunch of it where I was trying to get ahead of it as it was downbound.
Yeah.
And then I came around and then I had to slow the video down because as I came around, the ship was almost on top of me and it almost looked like it was gonna be a collision.
You know,
No,
like
because
now,
that's the thing about the camera is you can't spin it around and back up because it doesn't back up as fast as it goes forward and
well, you know, I'd never buy a Nano now because of what you've gone through on that. Like it's a good camera, don't get me wrong, but
yep.
as far as the drone itself is shit, I think. You know, as far as you know, trying to come up beside a ship or go around it, it's just the speed ain't there, right? So you'd be really limited on winds and all that
Yeah,
stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it still flew fairly well. I'm getting used to, what I'm not used to is a stick movement. When you move the stick, you gotta wait for the delay
Yeah.
to go out and come back. And so you find yourself overcorrecting, you know?
Hey, there's one of our buses.
Hey, Justin,
Hey, just wait a minute. One of our buses there.
one of your
Oh, it's,
buses going by?
Dave. Must be going to do a charter or something. Yeah, I seen a few of our buses didn't come back this morning. They must be out doing charters. Yeah, I'm not sold on the Nano Plus. Just because of the speed issue. The camera, yeah, that's great, right? But
Yep, and that's what I'm kind of hoping to kind of compare it with the Mini 3.
yeah, I think you're gonna find the Mini 3 a little bit better on that end, but I don't know. I could be wrong, but
That's my gripe with the Nano is just the speed thing. Other than that, it's a good drone.
It's the speed and the power. It's not so much the speed because it's rated to do like 20, 21 or 22, 23 miles an hour. But I'll be damned if you get any kind of wind at all, you're not getting that.
I was kind of laughing there up around Woodstock, which is just, you know, east of London there. I don't know if somebody in that storm we had go through or what, but he had an Air 2S, got a reward out for it. He said the wind took it away. I go, holy
Wow.
crap, the Air 2S, that goes good in the wind.
Yeah, it does. I flew a ship the other day and it was gusting to 38 miles an hour with a steady winds of about 22 mile an hour. And I didn't have any issues at all.
Well, not unless it was extreme, like. he was
Yeah,
trying
like
to-
65 or 70 mile an hour gust. Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been it though too. He's probably just flying it way too bad.
Well, yeah, because it was a storm and you were, Paul, I think they recorded 65 mile an hour gust, didn't they?
Yeah, well, they, yeah, well, we had trees uprooted here, so I don't know if the guy was trying to fly in that weather or what the deal was, right?
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's got care refresh and hopefully he didn't run into a situation like I did where they weren't able to get the flight logs.
Either that or did a return home to China.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand when people don't have their damn addresses on their house.
Yeah, Adrian says he's returning his Mavic 3 after work today. He's disappointed with it.
He
Who'd
bought
we
a
get?
Mavic 3?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh my God, why?
Well, here's what JD says. Maybe it's just the Mavic 3 that he's having trouble with, not the Mini. AZ. Adrian said, I'm very disappointed with the Mavic 3 taking it back after work.
See that Ken Heron did a video on Phantom 4 Pro version 2.0 against the Mavic 3?
No, I didn't. How'd that turn out?
He says well, the picture's a little bit better on the Mavic 3, but the Mavic 4, the Phantom 4 Pro is more stable than what the Mavic 3 is.
The Mavic 3 sucks.
Yeah, the Mavic 3's had nothing but problems ever since they introduced it.
I watched a video the other day, yesterday, I think it was, about the Mini 3. A guy's got a Mini 3 and a Mini 2. He says, why the hell would you go buy a Mini 3 if you already got the Mini 2?
Hey, Justin, JD says, here we go again, a morning rant with Justin the Gas Man.
Shut it, JD.
And JDS laughed.
Was JDS first?
No, you know who was first? That'll surprise you.
Who?
First one into the chat was Flying with Stan.
Yeah. Thought you were going to say JD. I was going to be like, I'm real surprised.
Well, JD
Who was
was right
that?
in there.
Who was that just popped in?
I don't know.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
It was like a logo and then they disappeared.
kind of flashed and gone. There it is. Oh, Chris Dark, Curtis. Oh, that's
Oh.
right. He's got out in the field and he's gonna be doing some live stream for us.
I didn't recognize the logo. I was like, who's that?
Well, that's what Curtis looks like after he takes his hat off.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can do this thing. How's everybody doing? I can't see the chat, by the way.
Okay, yep. I'll let
So
you
if
know if anybody says anything.
All right, so the way that we do this.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I got to run to the dollar store and get some
Okay.
gas. Headache. Oh, headache is killing me.
Share content. Screen. Start broadcast. You guys see that?
Yep. Oh,
All right,
yeah.
Oh, we're underwater. Oh, I'm drowning.
That is cool. So we're seeing exactly what you're seeing.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, my screen is entirely dead. All I see is just what the ROV is seeing right now. So I can't see you guys or the chat or anything like that.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, we can see the ROV really well.
Wow, that's clear.
Yeah.
There's a crab.
Oh, are we gonna have a crab fight?
Well, he's running away from me, but I'm gonna go say hello.
Oh, he hopped.
How's the foot holding up there, Curtis?
How's the what?
Foot.
How's your foot holding up?
Oh, it's doing good. He's not a very big crab.
No, he doesn't look very big. He looks like a little baby crab.
There's two of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, there's a third one. He
Oh, I
must
missed
be-
him. I looked down to see where I was going, and
He must.
There he is.
There's one there on the left. The one went to the right, and another one went to the left. That one looks a little bigger. See, there's another one right there on the right. That's cool.
saw some salmon jumping earlier. So I'm not very deep right now. I'm only in about 3 feet of water.
Oh,
Ooh, look at him.
oh, look at the size of him. Oh, 1, 2, 3 in a row.
My buddy Corey is out here. He's a diver. He's getting his gear and bringing it down. There's one right behind me. There he was.
Yeah, I think he's to the right of your, on your right hand, right there. And then there's another one behind him. See him?
It looks like there's 3 of them.
Yeah. Oh, 4. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
We're live right now.
All right.
I got my buddy Lyman here with me. He's going to get up in the air with the drone.
Okay. Hello, Lon.
Hey.
We're watching. I'm in Port Huron, north of Detroit, and Paul Hodges is on his way to take his pupper dog to get a fluffer nut, and gonna get a trim and a haircut, 2 bits.
You can see we're right down here.
Oh yeah.
Wanna give you a try at it?
Spanish coins.
What's that, Justin?
I said, find some Spanish coins and we can all retire.
I don't think there's a lot of Spanish coins up there where he is. What would the?
Yeah.
Huh.
Those things are worth some money, though, if you find them.
All right, so we're going to turn the controls over to Lyman. Let me get you out just a little bit further.
Yeah.
A
Say maybe give me a little altitude off the ground there
little
too.
maneuvering too. We'll start you out even. All right, so
What,
this thing
Kurt,
likes to
teaching
live
somebody?
underwater. When you surface, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But it sounds like all hell's breaking loose.
Oh, really? What? Because of the
Yeah.
motors?
Yeah,
Motors,
Yeah, it does.
motors
Look at that.
churning up the water.
A lot
Yeah.
of pop
What
ups there.
yeah. So it
What
has an altitude hold basically right there. Let me get you a little bit further out.
What is Curtis teaching somebody how to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them out here, and I got a couple guys I'm going to teach how to use these today.
It's
Awesome.
it's
All right, line up,
instructional
go.
time for ROVs,
Rotate.
underwater vehicle, and he's got
Rotate.
his
Go down.
pinchers on the
To
front.
go up, forward,
You can teach us.
backwards, lateral,
Yeah, just like a drone.
just like a drone.
Yeah.
The only other thing that you need is this rotary knob right here, and this one right here.
Yeah.
So you can tilt down, and you can tilt up.
Again, just like the drone.
That's the way I got it set up.
Yeah. Cool.
Are you
Did you
there
have-
now, Paul?
Yeah, I've just arrived.
Okay.
Well,
How do you even it
I'm
out?
not supposed to be here till 10 o'clock, so.
All right. Well, you
Forward.
It's the rotary
come and
knob.
go, Paul. Come and go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now,
Oh,
does he have to
that was
use-
on the gimbal. Oh, I see.
You have to use the yellow
Oh,
box.
neat.
Zooming.
Uh,
Do it through Zoom.
Yeah, Curtis, they're asking if you're using the yellow
Okay.
box. Curtis?
Stand by 1 second, Paul. I'm going to join you on my phone while Lyman's operating the arc.
Hey.
Punch it. You probably gotta have a pee. He didn't have a pee at home, so. Hey, never mind the cat.
He took Vader out of the truck and the cat.
This isn't good. My wife is not going to like you. Let me do this.
For some reason, it doesn't want to let me in the meeting, Paul. Let me
Oh,
start
really?
over.
Why?
You kicking people out again,
He's on
Paul?
trying to join on my phone here, so stand by just 1 second.
Huh? You have a pee? Were you a good boy?
Well, what, Curtis, if you can hear me, Justin asked you if that's with the yellow box.
Yes, and I didn't bring the yellow box because we don't have another HDMI input for the drone.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Oh, so you figured out how to Zoom without using that?
Yeah, so we're just on Zoom.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought you were using Zoom through the yellow box.
So
Guess you're only
if
limited by-
I'm reading this right, he's at 12.4 2.44 feet. Is that under the water? Or?
I guess you're only limited to that stuff by how good of a signal you have, right?
Well, what he's doing there is it's tethered, of course.
I
But
was talking about live streaming. In like 10 years, live streaming is going to be so much better
yeah,
when signal's not going to be as big of an issue.
signal's not an issue yet. Yep.
Because honestly, in 15, 20 years, I can see you could be anywhere in the world. You'll just have full bars. I mean, that's just the way it's going to have to go. They're going to have to cover everything.
Well, I personally
Go for the-
envision in
Get
20
on the
years,
drone
I,
there.
I won't be here.
That's
In
really neat. Yeah,
Really handle
20 years, just
it does.
my thought is that everybody will be walking around with their own miniature sat phones, you know?
Well, if it goes the way Elon's doing it, he's making his own phone now to go with the satellite system.
Yeah.
So I'm trying something else here. How do you go to?
The biggest problem that Elon has is just latency right now. Once he figures that out, the system will be rock solid.
All right, so Lyman went to go get his drone.
Okay.
Don't know why there's an echo.
Because you have two different feeds going, you're probably just standing next to them. Probably got to mute one of them.
I got the ROV muted.
Yeah, no echo now.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, I
Let the
got
dog take off on you?
No, Vader's getting a trim and a haircut and a bath.
well, I think I'm gonna do a couple things. Well, here in a few minutes, I gotta run to a bank machine there and grab some cash so I can pay her. And I think I might go down and see Bonnie for a few minutes.
Okay, there you go. Look
Come
at
on, far away.
look at the size of that crab.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Somebody wants to sign up. JJ.
See if I can get him to raise his arms up.
What are you grabbing?
Have you ever grabbed one of them?
45, 9:45.
Well, that would be considered grabbing, and you have to have a license for that.
Yeah, but I mean, couldn't you grab them
Yeah,
and
I
then
can.
let them go again?
Well, I don't want to hurt him.
Oh, I suppose if you had that other one that's like it grabs.
Okay.
It's not pointy like that. It's kind of like a little bucket thing that goes together, right?
The lineman's up in the air over here. We're going to see if we can get some shots of the ROV in the water.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Exclusively on the Paul Murray Show. Nobody else has got this.
Live from Studio B. That's cool. Well, Curtis, is the people more and more, how is the market for ROVs? Is it exploding or?
I thought there was a huge barrier to entry, to be honest with you, because of the price of these things.
Yeah.
But I talked with my local supplier, Dale at Blue Sky Drone Rentals, and he's selling these things like crazy.
Okay.
Now, granted, it's all over the world that he sells, so it's not like an exclusive to our area. So turn around here.
Well, it would be interesting to see, just to see how it would do in the Great Lakes where there's current.
Well, Paul, I'm just gonna have to come up there.
Yes, you are. You're going to have to come up here.
let's show these guys how fast we can go. All right, Lyman, you ready to keep up with me?
Yeah.
I'm going to go straight ahead as fast. I've got everything cranked up. You got me in view? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, look at me speeding now. All right, no problem. That's about as fast as she goes, guys, right there.
Wow.
Not that much. Howdy.
Is that Harbor Wildlife?
No, I'm just having fun.
I saw a gal at the Harbor Wildlife.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they would that people in the house there.
Yeah.
Do the dives at night. Lone says it looks like a big one.
That you need her to friend her. Do you see that on your phone?
I may, but I'm live right now on the phone. I thought we were friends.
But I don't know why, but things can be dropping off on the phone from Facebook. I think that's crazy.
Yep, it's got a metal detector on it.
I can take it about 5 minutes.
Well, here you go. You want to try it?
Oh, no, I was
JD.
Oh,
that's cool.
What JD say?
JD says,
yeah, well, we got another guy coming. He's going to operate that one.
careful investigating too much in Curtis Underwater Adventures. It takes you to the climax, then pulls the plugs.
This one's Ford. No, that's Tether. Yeah, they're all tethered.
That I can.
Yeah, you're like,
We're also live on YouTube right now.
what,
Look up the Paul Murray Show.
Paul Murray, Port Huron.
Yeah, on the Paul Murray Show.
Hi, how are you?
How's it going?
Pretty good. It was only 13.98.
All right, let's see if we can find some more crabs here.
Yeah, he's on YouTube, not Facebook. My bad. Go to YouTube to the Paul
Thank
Murray Show.
JD said is telling Curtis to jump in the water and have the drone chase him around in the water.
gathering my stuff, getting her ready, so.
Oh. Okay, I'm in the air right now.
You ready to try this one?
Absolutely. My channel is Cooper's Amphitheater Lifestyle.
Yeah.
By the way, we have one of our local rock stars joining us also.
Oh, there you go.
Cooper's Amputee Lifestyle. You guys got to go check out some of the dive stuff that he does.
So what
What did JD say a second ago? Oh, thank you.
Jump in, Curtis, and have your buddies follow you with the underwater drone.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's
And
what
if you,
JD said?
if you slow down too much, Curtis, they can pinch your butt for you.
Thanks.
Who said that?
JD.
Oh, he needs to calm down, like right now.
Because he's flying his drone just above the boats right there, getting an awesome view on his tablet.
Boy, there's a lot of crabs out there, isn't there?
Curtis, he's got his ROV right there. Oh, looks like he's got a little juvenile crab that looks like a little Dungey crab, very tiny. And then you see he's got his cord right there, all the way.
Kevlar tether.
Kevlar tether. It's a Kevlar tether.
Kind of curious, Paul, if they would look at crabbing with ROVs like they do with drones and hunting.
Visibility looks a little.
Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Curtis, has there been any thought of being a licensed crabber and doing it with an ROV?
Crabbing is so simple with crab potting that this would take more work, I think.
It'd
Well,
probably be
that's-
good if you just wanted to get a license to crab for yourself for dinner or something.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was
gonna
crab,
I'd throw a crab pot down there, leave it down for an hour.
As you can see how many are down here, I'd do that and just drag them up. Wouldn't have to chase them down.
You think I should go live on my channel?
Entirely up to you.
You don't care? Okay. I mean,
I want you on the controls.
yeah, let me get set up real quick, and I know people have been bugging me for live for a while.
So I got some activity. Let me get my bearings here.
But see, Paul, I could see somebody saying that, oh, that's an advantage using an ROV. And they would say something like they do how you're not allowed to use drones for hunting.
Well, JD just said to you, Justin, pipe down, gas man.
All right, it's time to calm down, JD. All right?
And then he put a smiley face.
Enough out of you, little man.
So we got a little bit further out. We got some fish jumping out of the water.
To get a shot up here, let's see. Do like,
I notice you don't see any fish with the ROV at this point.
I need to get a little bit further out.
Okay.
this might be a little action shot.
I'd be careful. I'd be nervous if I was in
This
the
is
ocean.
my
with that
smile.
mile.
What was that, Justin?
My tether's
But
caught.
I said I'd be nervous if I was in the ocean with that thing.
Well, it does have a tether.
Well, I'm just saying, you never know when a dolphin or something might come out of nowhere and be like, "Ooh, a toy."
Well, up
I mean,
here it
you
wouldn't
get
be a dolphin. It'd be a killer whale.
Killer whale, yep.
Right, and look like a nice
Okay.
little snack. Looks like a nice little roll going through the water.
What's that, a shell?
Which I have.
Oh, that's a good size shell, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Just, oh, wow. That's really good.
Oh, right next to a crabby.
Like edge of the wall right.
A little bit of a current down here.
Yeah.
What was that? Oh,
Yeah, I'm curious how the authorities would react to an ROV here in Florida, just because they're so finicky about the water with the manatees and all that.
Well,
Wondering
in
if they-
your case,
But there's
Curtis, didn't you show us one of somebody with an ROV and a crocodile,
oh yeah.
an
That was down
alligator?
in Florida Everglades. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Bass Pro Shops.
Okay.
Well, there's like so much, like, especially in the ocean, they're very finicky about like you messing with wildlife or even getting near them. Like the manatees, if they're in the area, you're not even allowed to like get near them. You can't mess with them. You can't touch them. Like if you do that swimming with the manatees, you can swim with them, but you're not allowed to touch them or anything. You have to let them come to you and graze you. But if they catch you reaching out and trying to grab them or anything, you'll get in big trouble. They're like super strict about it.
I wonder if the signal is just kind of iffy here.
Manatees, they don't play around about those. They're super protective over those.
Set this here.
Yeah, my service is kind of body here. Haven't
All right, Paul, I'm going to try to turn my camera around. You guys can see where we are.
Do you have issues with service out here? Kind of being spotted?
Everybody that's just joined the
Yeah, I'm
chat,
having-
this is a live view. Curtis is in up in Washington State in the.
Yeah, we're out at Gig Harbor. Let me how do I stop sharing this?
So much for live stream. It's okay, cause it's okay, cause I'll do a video. People like live stream, people like live stream. You know, and then you gotta. Yeah, I live in Auburn. Yeah, I live in Auburn.
Hey, Curtis, Curtis, if you gotta go and talk with them other guys and do their live stream, I understand.
No, buddy, I'm all here for you. No, buddy, I'm all here for you, man. I was trying to get myself on the screen. Let me leave. I want to show you guys where I am. So let me leave and I'll come back. Trust me.
Okay.
Yeah, he's echoing like crazy. He must have like 4 streams going.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like not just 2, it sounded like there was like 3 or 4 streams up.
Yeah.
JD still in the chat?
Yeah, he just said, turn your shut off valve off, gas man.
All right, you need to relax. All right, you need to relax.
The more he gets to you, the more he enjoys it.
That's weird. I went off and it came back just like that.
Yeah.
He must be getting some kind of backfeed or something if he doesn't have a multiple stream hooked up.
That's cool, big goslings.
Yeah. You guys see my face now?
Yep.
All right. So how do I switch? Let me turn the camera around. This is where we are.
Oh, okay.
I'll usually
So like a small harbor inlet type of thing?
Yeah. Just
outside of my work and stuff. And then
we're gonna go over here and talk to Lyman for just a second.
Okay.
Look, you got a seal.
Lyman's got the Lyman. Here's Lyman.
Curtis.
Oh, hi. How you
Hey,
doing?
Lyman.
Sometimes seals will play, and he might.
How your
grab
day
it.
Bird literally just crapped on my window. Are you
You
serious?
got the Mavic 2 Pro. He's fixing to go up in the air.
Yeah.
Over here is Cooper from Cooper's Lifestyle
You got a
Yeah.
seal surface about 10 feet from your
ROV.
Yeah,
All right. So Cooper says we got a seal. Let me get back to
there
my.
it is. It looks like a young seal pup right there.
All right. Let me see if I can get back here. You guys got the ROV screen?
What I'll do is mainly I'll do
Yep.
Paul, you see the ROV? Paul,
Yes,
you see
we
the
do.
ROV? All right.
Yes,
Let's see if we can find this. We got a little seal pup out here somewhere.
And so what I'll do is I'll post a video on all my dive and everything else, so people can be like, oh, it's so cool. You know, I would never.
I don't see anything, do you?
At least I can see what you saw on your diving, like sharks and turtles.
I think he's panning around looking.
Yeah, I'm kinda-
I
He
wasn't
came
sure
up
if it was just
behind me
or
and was
not.
looking at me. He was about 3 feet away,
Yeah,
and then he shot
Oh,
off
I
as soon as I moved. So I'm gonna hold position and see if he comes up to me.
Okay. Justin,
Yeah.
Justin.
I don't see anything. It's just a black screen for me.
oh yeah, you never know. You
Maybe it's just my feed.
you never know.
Well,
Can you guys
actually, Curtis has 2 feeds going, one with his skull and crossbones. One is black, Curtis.
The diving,
And
like
then,
this.
but I
I
still
can
the
see his
feed.
underwater one.
I see the underwater one too.
Okay, that's the
Yeah.
one. That's the one I want you to see.
But
Oh, there we
Justin,
go.
I've actually got
I
3
see it now.
connections.
Yeah.
do you see it, Justin?
Yeah, I do now. I had to scroll over on the screen. I didn't realize it was on the other one.
Anything interesting under the dock here? I was thinking of jumping in and taking a peek. Yeah.
So Lyman just took off. He switched out batteries. He's taking off now.
Yeah.
Justin, AZ wants to know if there's any movement on your UPS shipment.
Yep, still says the same thing when I checked this morning, man.
Authorization came through. We gotta wait. Just
I had to get a hold of Lance and say, hey, I'm here and I want to fly.
We're pretty close to an airport. It's not a big deal.
Tell him to get an hotel.
Don't you have an hotel? Didn't I? Okay. Somebody around here just got one.
Tell them to get a Hudson They're far superior.
By the way, we got a seal been surfacing right over here. So I don't know if you can spot him from the air or not.
No, we don't see him. We see that under the water and the,
And a pumpkin carving.
No, I was talking to Lyman where to look.
You better be careful around the seals, man. They like to be playful and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Well, I'm recording video, so if something happens, it's worth it.
Live stories and stuff. Those were good times back then.
Don't worry, you got care refresh on it. Good.
From High Line. He just did the
Oh,
talk.
this stuff.
No, he did the talk on, he's the guy with connected to High Line.
Does that retract when you come back into it?
Manually, I got to do it.
well, you're moving along pretty good there.
Yeah, I want to get over here by this building.
Are they looking for something particular?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
we've got a
seal
seal, a
pup.
little baby seal that's kind of playing around out here.
Now, do the seals, they eat crabs and stuff too, don't they?
Oh yeah.
And they
You
like
get Lyman
ROVs too.
Wanted to do some recon and we can maybe spot him from the air.
I'm not seeing what I gander in the.
They're about to acquire a taste for ROVs, Paul.
What's that? Yeah.
Small world. Yeah, that's for sure too.
There's another little crab.
Now, how big a crab would you say he is from perspective?
Gosh, not very big. He's eating.
Because how wide is your claw?
Yeah, nice pair of shoes.
He's probably about. I don't even have the light on here. I might want to turn the light on.
Jeez. Alona, if you're watching, this is what you get for my birthday.
By the way, there's no
Crab,
rules
he's
on
like,
it.
I wish a mother would.
Oh, really? You can go anywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even around anger.
Last big trip. I
Within reason, but yeah. Oh, look at this guy wants to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him bucking up to it.
Yeah.
He's like, I wish you would.
Yeah. He's doing
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
he's doing his version of who you looking at.
Yeah, that crab's acting real tough, JD.
Oh, look at him.
Come on, bring it on.
That'd be awesome if that
invading
seal just
my
came out of
space.
nowhere and snatched that thing. Look at him hiding under the moss.
Yeah, he thinks he's hiding now. All right, we're gonna leave him alone.
Looks like you got a little bit of a current going there, don't you?
Yeah, I'm fighting the tide's going out.
Oh,
I would think the seals would come up to that thing being curious because they're very curious animals. I'm surprised they haven't come up to that yet and looked at it at least.
well, the sad part of it is there's so many crabs down there on the. It's like Curtis said, he could put a crab trap out there and probably in an hour have it full.
Oh, yeah, if I had a house on the beach and there were crabs like that, I'd
I
have
had-
my crab life.
I had problems too.
Now,
what
is
kind
that
of
an
fish is it?
inlet? Is that an inlet, Curtis, or are you actually on like the beach?
Yeah, you can shoot it out of the way.
I think it's a small inlet off the sound, right?
Ooh, something
I
just
can't
kicked
find
up.
it. So if you guys go on Google Earth and look up Gig Harbor, we are just inside the harbor, probably a mile from the lighthouse, if even that.
I like how it has the picture of the ROV on the screen.
Yeah, you can see the orientation. That's cool.
Yeah, when you rotate around,
Yep.
it'll let you know where you are based on where your tablet is or your phone. And it also
I
lets
like
you
that.
also lets you see
Kinda
the
like the-
orientation.
Oh, what was that big puffy thing that was on the ground?
Right there.
What is that? What is that?
Like a rock.
There's something like protruding out the end of it.
Cooper?
All right.
Okay. It looks kind of look like some kind of sea urchin or something.
Pretty symmetrical, isn't it?
Just a rock.
Okay.
Something,
Looks
just
like
something
there was
growing
like-
on the end of it.
Yeah, it looked like little tentacles or something around the end of it.
So we've been diving for 34 minutes. Lyman's on his second battery.
How much time do you get on one battery again, you said?
So there's a couple ways of doing this. One, just like I'm doing it right here, I probably get about 2.5. They say 3 hours. It just depends.
Yeah, but you're fighting a strong current, so it's probably going to kill your battery a little quicker, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I'm sure if you're in nice, calm, still water that doesn't really have any currents, it probably
Yeah,
could be out there.
the tide, they tell me, well, since I've been here, it's dropped down 5 foot. I wish I would have done some video of when it was at high tide. You ready to try this?
Oh yeah. So what am I doing here? Let
Let me get her back. Let me get her back here a little bit more so you can kind of see it first.
Hey, Curtis, you ought to have a couple of them in the back of your truck and be selling them with a MasterCard.
No, we're good.
Set up an eBay store and Paul will get one.
Now, Paul Hodges, maybe.
We're gonna operate and then we're gonna get in the water, kind of look around.
And then Paul will email you in 2 days if he doesn't have it at his front door.
My drone operator plan if he's got to switch out a battery. Then
All right.
maybe air-
Let's show you how to do this thing.
Okay. Just show me how to operate the guy.
First thing we're gonna point it like this.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna pitch a couple of people.
Okay.
All right. So up, down, down.
Okay.
Easy enough. Turn, left, right.
Now, if I see something really cool underwater, like a old bottle, how do I pick it up with the claw?
Little rotator right here.
Okay.
See this button right here?
Yep.
That closes it. That opens it. You stop halfway if you want. All right.
Okay.
Forward. Backward. Loud.
Yeah, AZ, if you're still in the chat, I just checked again on that package. It's still showing the same thing again.
It doesn't like to be on the surface. So just drop it down just below the surface if you want to get somewhere. So let me get you out here just a little bit.
All right. And then everybody can see the feed.
Yeah, they're watching.
Okay.
They're watching the feed and they can hear you.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So if you guys have not heard me, my name is Cooper and my channel is Cooper's Amputee Lifestyle, where I do a lot of scuba diving. Okay, so I need to go. All right.
Here's our diver right here, Cooper.
All right. There it goes.
And he's trying to.
I was getting used to the controls. Okay, so we need a point. There we go. Let's point towards a little deep.
Lyman over here. Where'd Mr. Murray go?
You have to go throw some peanuts out for the squirrels.
Oh, okay. So tell you about the tide, that wall right there, it was all the way up against that wall. Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see how far
Oh,
it's
wow.
dropped down right now. It's dropped down in 30 minutes down there. to where it is right now. And probably another
So-
30 minutes, it's going to be all the way down here.
Curtis, when it's at high tide, does it actually break over that wall sometimes?
When we have what's called a king tide, sometimes it does, yes. But I mean,
Oh, yeah, because that wall doesn't look very tall. The
Nope.
water comes all the way up to it.
Cooper, you getting it?
Yep.
All right.
Wow, it's okay. There it goes.
You got anybody bothering you guys yet about being there or no?
Nope.
No, that's good.
Okay, so
This is a pretty laid back community.
Live just up the top of that hill there.
That kind of an uppy, ritzy type neighborhood.
On top of that hill.
Oh.
Yeah, that hill.
So Lyman lives right up there.
It's named Harbor Jones Service.
Visibility isn't that great. Looks like visibility is probably like 5 feet, if that.
Now you can turn on the lights and you'll get a little bit better.
Where my lights button at?
Now, 1 second, I'm showing off Lyman here who's flying his drone. Howdy.
Any of you guys in the chat are talking, just hold
Oh,
off.
you're not going to interrupt anything. We have expensive big boy toys going on. So your light switches are right here.
Okay.
So that's off, that's medium, and that's full.
Okay.
You want to stay off the bottom.
Okay.
You're not hurting anything. I mean, you may pick up something in the props or something like that.
So how long is that tether?
300 foot.
300, 200 foot?
300 feet.
Oh, 300. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought you said before it was. So you're not even that far out then. It looks like there's still quite a bit of that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can show you where we are. Now, let me walk down here and as long as they don't slip. It's a little slick up here. There
Oh,
she
yeah, that
is. Right
water's not
there.
that deep. I can see the ROV.
Well, he's just below the surface. He's not down on the bottom, but
That's
Yeah,
not
we're just
very
right
deep
here.
though, is it? How deep is it?
no, but it's also Cooper's first time diving with this thing, so I didn't want to take him out to the ocean.
Hey,
We're gonna
Curtis,
go out and catch a blue whale.
Curtis, how many tethers can you daisy chain together to get more distance?
You could do 2 or 3, but what happens is and there's an old sailing technique where they do that too, where they drag something behind them and it creates an anchor. The ROV ends up fighting the tether. Now you can see that it's Kevlar, but it does float. But eventually, if you keep running these out together and you have a pretty good current, depending on where you are, like right here, it probably wouldn't matter. I could probably put 600 feet on here and it'd be fine. But you get out somewhere where there's a current and it's pulling that tether, it starts, the longer it is, the more pull it has against the ROV. So you end up fighting the tether.
That makes sense though.
So I don't know if you can guys see him. He's starting to drop down now.
Oh, there's a comb jelly.
What's a comb jelly? Is that like a jellyfish or something?
What is a comb jelly, Kev?
Comb jelly is a small jellyfish about the size of your thumb. It's see-through, but once you get really close to it, it gives off a really cool color from the light reflecting off its little tiny propellers that it uses to move around underwater.
Oh, okay.
I just caught a glimpse of it.
Are they
they're-
poisonous or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
But once, if you, while diving, if you get close to them with your light, they look crazy. They look really cool. Out here, they're clear in this part of the world. They're clear.
What do they live off of, like plankton and stuff like that, or?
No, I think they eat like other little stuff, little jellies or whatever. There's a lot smaller jellies. We have jellyfish the size of marbles or, nickels out here. They're really, really tiny. A lot of tiny jellyfish that you can see if you kind of stop underwater and just and just look around. Oops.
So Paul, is Lynn around?
Come on, go up.
She was in the chat. I don't know.
Lynn,
Well,
you're
Paul,
missing all that.
you're the only one that can see the chat, Paul, so you gotta pay attention to it.
Oh, Lynn's here, yeah. I noticed no signs of our treasure chest yet, Lynn says.
No. I'm not anywhere near where that treasure chest is, but I have the guy that can go down and get it now.
Yes, I do have my dive gear on standby, and I have my suit on right now. My dry
He just
suit.
doesn't want to share in the treasure with you, Lynn, that's all.
And Cooper's got the ROV over here.
Like a week, we're gonna be like, how did Curtis get 10 new ROVs?
Yeah, Cooper and I are going to be rich off this treasure chest I found.
Yeah, it's too bad
you
the
gotta love the
visibility is
Pacific
pretty
Northwest.
cloudy. The
You guys
tide is
should
going
really
out.
plan a
Usually the
trip
visibility gets
to
worse.
like some shipwrecks or something, if you like know where some shipwrecks are at.
So we have some plans in mind where we know where some World War II aircraft are, but we want to learn to coordinate better together and get everybody familiar with the ROVs before we start diving down to 200 feet.
That would be an awesome video right there.
Let's see how good I can get with
So Cooper, tell me on diving past 100, what is your, so at what point do you have to start putting nitrogen in the tank?
Okay, so the recreational limit is 130, and I think I've been to 140 twice. Oh, there goes. I can't quite see.
Yeah, because that's when you
Little
get the
fish right
bends
there.
or whatever if you come up too quick, right?
Yeah, you can't. In reality, oh, you got a low battery signal just came up. 10% battery remaining.
Okay, so the iPad's going to be shutting down here. Guys, we got to jump off. Thank you all very much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for sharing.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, Curtis.
Bye-bye,
Later.
Curtis.
Right as I said, oh, a fish finally.
Close. All right, so turn that off. This is the fun part. We'll get it over here where we can retrieve it easily.
I blame JD for his low battery.
Well, it does take quite a bit to get used to on those controls.
Not that bad.
Oh, you got a lot more experience in the, being able to.
Yeah, if you've been a drone pilot.
Yeah.
By the way, I know I'm still live on the phone, guys.
Yep.
We're gonna get the other ROV in the water, and maybe we'll get.
Want me to hold your phone? Reeling it in.
Yeah.
Reeling it in?
Yeah.
Let me play cameraman real quick. Okay, let me see. There's your. Okay. All right, so I'll be your cameraman real quick.
Come over here and lean over the side. Right here.
I don't want to step on anything. Okay, so he's gonna be pulling in the ROV right now.
First thing I want to do
So
is
it
shut
doesn't
her up.
hurt that cable to pull it in like that?
I don't think so. I think you can pull the drone up with it.
So do you guys see the back, the little wing there?
Yeah.
That's actually a strain relief. It's meant to be pulled up this way.
Oh, okay.
What do you think is next? Next, I'll jump in the water and you can be my shore sport, and
Yeah.
you can continue the live for him, and maybe we can pull out some interesting things.
Yeah.
I'm wondering. I did bring my metal detector. I'm wondering if I should do some sweeping or something, because it looks like that's an old fishing dock building right there.
I wonder how those drones would do with fiber optic lines.
All right, Paul, I'm gonna jump off
Frontiers,
a minute here. If you guys are around when I get back, I'll buzz you back.
Okay, buddy.
because Frontier, the internet company's using these thin little tiny fiber optic lines,
Okay.
but they're so strong now that you can actually run over them with a car.
On there.
Throw my phone and stuff in the car, and then I suit up and just jump off the dock here, look around. You know what I should have did is I should jump.
Yeah, they're getting a bad signal now.
He shut it down.
Yeah, he finally shut it.
Yeah, but I'm curious if a fiber optic line would work really good for those because, like I said, Frontier, the internet company, the one that I went with, they're using these super tiny thin fiber optic lines, but they're super strong. Like when they put the temporary line to go from the underground box to the side of your house, they just throw it across your driveway and you can run over it with 100 times, no problem.
Wow.
And they're thinner than that tether that he's using. Like they're really tiny. I wonder if that would make a good line for those. Because these fiber optic cables are getting a lot stronger now, where they don't break as easy as when they first came out with them.
Well, I would imagine as technology changes, pretty soon it'll be like a thread, you know?
Uh-huh. Well, that's what I said. The ones that they're using are super, super tiny. They're very, very thin lines. They're probably the size of a shoelace, the thickness of a shoelace. And that's running 2 gig internet speed to that little line. I did a speed test yesterday, and even with all my stuff hooked up to the cameras, the iPads, everything that's hooked up to the internet, it's still running at like 980 up and down. That's so freaking quick.
JD said, "Cork it, gas man."
All right, relax, little man.
I love it the way you guys banter back and forth.
I can't believe there's government down around here. Over at Port Stanley on the main beach, you know, they got all that. You got to pay to park now over there. Well, they've been doing that for 3 years. I'm over on the east side of the channel. I see they're putting signs up right now. Oh, pay parking. Like, really? There's nothing over here. So now they're gonna have to pay to park just where I am.
Wow.
Bunch of freaking idiots.
I think the pod just feels very strong about that.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's nickel and dime you to death, right?
Yeah, that's the way it goes, though. If the government or local municipalities can figure a way to make money off you, they'll do it.
You know that, but you know, our world has been turned upside down. I mean, you got all of these people that are pro-abortion, killing babies, but they're for gun control because they don't want anybody to be killed.
Yeah, that don't make sense, does it?
No.
Well, it's like I said before, you know, when the whole COVID hype was going on and they wanted everybody to get vaccinated. If you tried to use that same argument about my body, my choice, all of a sudden now that wasn't a viable argument.
Right.
But the minute you try to tell them, oh, you can't abort a baby, oh, it's my body, my choice. No, it should be a 50-50 choice. If the father doesn't sign off on it, tough shit.
That's right. And Sarah's in the chat. She says, hello, Pauls and McStickers.
Yeah, let's see, what's the OPP doing here?
All right, baby. But
I can see in my mirror here, just behind me there, at OPP, Ontario
Yeah.
Provincial Police.
well, you know, and then they try to make that argument, Paul. They're like, you know, oh, well, what about the rape victims and this and that? It's like that's literally like 1% of abortions.
0.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of it's just girls that just want to get rid of their babies.
Well,
Because
and
they don't wanna have
besides,
kids.
besides that, why don't they boost up adoptions? You know, because there's a lot more people out there willing to adopt children than there is children available.
And the reason why they go overseas to adopt is because it's too damn expensive over here.
Yep.
They make it almost impossible to get a child. You know, I understand you need to go through like strenuous background and everything with parents and all that because you don't want to just hand a kid over to a jackass, you know. But as far as, you know, the cost of it, they should make it, you know, really low. So it's
Well, then they
easy
should
and
make it
cost
easier.
effective for anybody.
They should be able to, with today's technology and today's information online and everything, they should be able to check people's criminal background, social background, financial background, all those things with a push of a button. You should be able to screen people and get them to the point where they get interviewed and adopt children. Because
As much as
before you had to have all these investigators out there in the field. Well, I don't think so.
Well, as much as, you know, like Sarah, if you gave her the opportunity to adopt a baby, she'd do it in a heartbeat. But could
Yeah.
we afford to go to an adoption agency
Yep.
and offer a baby a home? No, because they would make it'd be too much out of our reach to be able to do that.
But yet insurance companies and the government will pay the medical costs of an abortion, which is not cheap either. So I don't get it. I don't get it.
Damn, you don't know what a stop sign is? Fucking moron.
You sound like me, Justin.
He literally just almost ran through a stop sign, almost hit him.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot, man. You'd be surprised how many of these morons I run across every day. Go right
Well,
through
yeah,
stop signs.
any kind of a driving, if that's part of your job, you're going to see a lot of idiots.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
Justin,
see people run through red lights all the time too.
Justin, I
Very
used to
common.
be an instructor, so I know a lot of the rules and regulations, and it drives me nuts.
Yep. Yeah, Paul at one time did a stint as a driving instructor. And it just makes you want to know, where the hell did you get your license from, you know?
Yeah. How'd you ever get past your test, right?
Come on, come on, come on. Plug my phone in.
Yeah, Sarah, I understand. And the thing of it is there should be a way for you to adopt a child minimal.
Right. And then if the thing is too, is I think that if you do decide to adopt a child, even though you might not be a high income family, then the government should help you out a little bit and kind
Sure.
of give you a check every month for doing that.
Well, yeah,
And offering the kid a home.
It's just like welfare today. All these women having kids and they're living off of welfare. You know, so why don't you spread that around a little bit and help out with the expenses of that child in a loving, good, stable home?
Right. And the government could throw you an extra $500 or $800 a month
Yep,
towards you willing to do that.
right.
Because why should it just be for people that have lots of money, right? If you're willing to if you got a nice 4 or 5 bedroom home and you're a medium income family, but you really can't afford another child, but you're willing to do that, I don't see the problem with the government helping you out, giving you some money for doing that,
Yep.
because you're willing to take that responsibility on.
No,
Just
but
like I said,
they'd rather kill the babies.
I don't really care if people are, if a single mom's out there working her butt off and she has to live and use welfare for the entirety of her children, till they're 18, then that's fine with me as long as they're out there working, right? Because that's what it's for. It's there to help you out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I would rather a single mom that's out there, or even a single
Yeah,
dad.
welfare should be looked at as a safety net, not as a way of life.
Right. What I'm saying is, like, if you're a single dad, a single mom, and you're raising 2 kids or 3 kids, and you're working, and you can only work so much, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And you may not have a high skill level of work, history, which is fine, because not everybody's going to have a really good job, right?
Rodney Bell just came in the chat, said good morning to everybody.
Morning, Rodney.
Hey, Rodney.
Go ahead.
And
That's it.
JD pops in and says, big sexy.
I mean, if you're out there working, then I don't really care if you're using welfare. But if you're sitting at home not doing nothing, that's another thing.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of them that sit at home, they don't work, they don't do anything. The government pays their rent, they pay this, and that. Or they are working and they're working under the table and they're not reporting any of that money, so then they're just getting free money so they can live off the government. That's the kind of crap I don't like. But if you're out there working your butt off and you need help with food every month, then by all means apply for food stamps and use it. Because guess what? You're at least contributing to the economy in some way. Because really, welfare programs, if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, welfare programs are actually very minuscule on the national budget every year. It's only around a couple $2 billion, which is really not a lot when you count up everything that we spend on everything every year. That's actually very small. So it's not like we're like freaking killing ourselves as a country by giving out food stamps and stuff, but there should be certain stipulations to it.
There's Hostler looking out the window, looking out the door.
Because look at unemployment. They don't let you just sit on unemployment forever. You have to be looking for a job while you're on unemployment in a lot of states.
Yeah.
Like here in Florida, you have to show that you applied. I think every week you have to turn in 3 different copies of applications saying that you applied somewhere in order, you know what I'm saying? And then they only give you so long, and then eventually they just cut you off and they're like, all right, you didn't get a job. Especially here in Florida, there's no excuse for not having the job here in Florida. There are so many openings everywhere. It's ridiculous. And I think it's because
we also live in an age too. If you've got a computer, you can almost work from home.
Right. If you find the right job, yeah, you can. There's a lot of jobs out there like what Sarah's doing where she could work from home.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. The world is turned upside down, and the radicals only focus in on what their point of view is and don't look at the big picture.
I think the big problem with Florida, though, and why there's so many job openings, I don't really think it's because people don't want to work here. I mean, yeah, there's a handful of people that are like that in every state. But I think the problem here is this: we're growing so fast, and there's so many businesses opening up in Florida. I don't think the population's keeping up with the growth is the problem. Because there's a lot of really good job openings out there where they've been open for months and months and months, and nobody's applied because they just don't have the qualifications for it. Like there's, you know what I'm saying? There's tons of jobs out here that are paying $20, $30 an hour if you have the qualifications. It's not that there's not people that don't want to apply for the jobs. It's just I don't think there's enough people here to fill them. because I think the growth is a lot faster than the people moving here.
There you are.
Because these companies see such, I think it's because these companies see such good potential in Florida right now that they're just building quicker than the population's growing. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's just my point. That's just kind of what I take from it, from what I see around, you know.
Yep, well, Lenny, Osser, he appreciates you too. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah, but I was going to say, most people are in a position to make 20, 30 an hour, aren't sitting at home lazy. I just don't think we have the people to fill those jobs.
Well, I think but that's universally across the board. I think maybe Paul has indicated before that it's hard for them to hire even bus drivers.
How much, is it a high paying job to start off with?
No, but there's retirees out there. There's people looking for a second gig, maybe, I hope Paul is okay. I see smoke coming off of the dash
What?
on his camera.
There's smoke coming off of his dash. Is he smoking a cigarette in his truck?
I don't know, but he's not answering. Like maybe there's a burning cigarette there in the truck.
Probably. He's just outside of the truck.
I think he is, but I'm going to call him just to make sure.
Probably has an ashtray in the truck that's probably sitting there smoking, but yeah, it wouldn't hurt to call and double check. Like the other day when Ron was on the live, the way he grunted, it sounded like he wrecked his truck. So I asked him if he was okay, because he was like, "Ugh."
No answer on his phone.
It's probably in the truck. I hear him talking to the dogs.
Right here. Shit.
Yep, there. Okay.
Hey, Paul, we were concerned. I see smoke billowing up in the front of your camera.
I know. Cigarette going.
I
had to go get Bader, so.
Vader's done. All right.
Yep.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, he got a haircut. He got a scarf. And,
Yeah. He's styling and profiling.
yeah, he smells nice now, too. Well, I got to head back to town, grab a sign, and I got to go do some work, I guess.
Gotta go to work.
I just had another sign come off. But it's raining here on and off, eh?
Yeah, it's been kind of cloudy on and off here, and get a little beep of sunshine, but yeah, not good weather. But Justin, where you are, what's the temperature down there?
It is. My truck says it's 84 out.
Because we see blue sky on your camera.
Oh yeah, it's blue skies, but it's just a little warm.
I really feel sorry for Bader, though.
Why?
Wait till Gracie sees him.
What does she do when she sees him after he's
Oh,
gone?
especially after he come back from a haircut, she just smells. Hey. No. But, just another dog Joe is mine. But anyways, oh, she'll just go over him up and down and back him because he just got a haircut. And she's probably at home howling like a bitch right now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll be home in about 10 minutes. So I went to the cemetery and put up a light.
There you go.
I got that done, and I thought we pulled that sign down there. Oh no, we got one up on the side street. Yeah, Beamish. Wonder why there was a directional sign there. But oh well,
Yep.
it's
Well,
Friday.
It's Friday, that's for sure. Well, I think I'm gonna call it, everybody.
Okay.
Paul, will you be around tonight or you going to see your friends?
No, I think I'll be home tonight. I think. I don't
Yeah.
think I have
Okay.
plans tonight.
We'll look for you then. Everybody, thanks for being here, everybody. And I'd like to thank Curtis for showing us his underwater live stream. That was interesting. Everybody take care. Get out and fly if you can. If you can't, there's always tomorrow.
Got my happy
Bye,
new-
everybody. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.